Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Maya, here with my all-time favorite person of ever and ever and ever, my soon-to-be husband,
Yeah.
Mr. Montes.
What's up,
I'm
guys?
super excited. What's up, guys? I'm super excited because I just came back from my second wedding dress fitting, and it's like so good. I can't wait for him to see it soon, so I'm just like full of energy. So we're very excited. So this is a little like couples, fiance tag, all those questions and all that jazz, so you guys can get to know us better. So,
yeah, for sure.
You want to say anything? You want to introduce yourself to the people? Say anything?
Nah, y'all gonna get to know me throughout. If y'all just stay tuned, then y'all understand what's going on.
Perfect. Okay.
I'm Tez. That's all you need to know.
Yes, this is Mr. Montes. Yeah. Okay,
Part.
so first question: when and where did we first meet?
So do we like take turns telling?
Yeah,
these
I guess
stories,
like we take turns or like can combined but don't talk too much because all my videos are long, so I gotta like.
All right, so
I'm trying to keep this short, guys, but I'm sorry. We'll see.
We met at Howard University in DC. It was actually an off-campus housing space for like schools in the DMV, and I was recording my first project there, and kept coming through. My boy, his girl at the time had a roommate, and she was, interested. Yeah, so that's how we met.
Okay, let me give you guys a little more than that. Sophomore year, I lived in off-campus housing at this place called UTC, which was like students from Howard, American, and UMD, I think. And I was living with a friend, and it wasn't going well. So for my birthday, I asked my dad for $300 to switch rooms just to get a random roommate. Because I was like, a random roommate, I can establish boundaries. Everyone had their own lease, though. So if your roommate didn't pay their rent, it didn't matter to you. So my roommate had her boyfriend living in the room with her. It didn't matter to me because it wasn't like it was two people paying rent for three people. It was like, you pay your money, I pay my money. And so I got to know them really well. They were both from Philly. My roommate, shout out to Kendra and Manny. They're in the wedding.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Kendra and Manny.
Manny had just graduated, so he would be home all day making beats, literally from like the whole day, like just in the room making beats. So I'm getting to know him, whatever. So this one would come by every single day. Every single day he would come over. And I had just broken up with my girlfriend at the time. I think we broke up right before Thanksgiving. And I moved in November for my birthday. So like Christmas break, I went home and then I came back and he was there every single day. So one day he wasn't there. And so I said jokingly to Manny, who's like my big brother, I was like, oh, where's my boyfriend? And Manny was like, I'm gonna text him right now. I'm gonna tell him you said that. And I was like, okay, go ahead, like, whatever.
Sure.
So Manny texted
Tez,
Tez, and Tez apparently said, Manny said to me, Tez said, tell my girlfriend if she's bold, she'll text me. And I'm bold, okay? So I said, okay. So I texted him. We started hanging out. Manny and Kendra were so excited that like two people they loved were hanging out that we started like double dating. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we met.
Your mother, children.
Okay, where was our first date?
Our very first date was at
Caroline's Kitchen.
Right?
Yeah.
I
said, ooh, he got money. Okay.
That was a good date.
I have a gang of siblings, like so many siblings that when we were younger and we would go to restaurants, my dad would have us share meals. So like you do not get an appetizer, you do not get a dessert. Like everyone, you get 4 meals, you better eat everything on your plate. So we went out and he was like, what do you want to drink? You want to split some appetizers? What do you want to eat? You want dessert? And I was like, he got money. Because I dated men with money before, but like they were like celebrity or like, like LA men. Whereas he was like down to earth, like very... Yeah. I remember we went to the movies and you were like, what candy you want? What popcorn? And I was like...
Cute Quinta Brunson.
Can I get some Skittles, some dips, Reese's Pieces, pretzels, and a large popcorn?
A large? You got money. He got money. Get it off.
Clip. Like.
But yeah, we went to Carolina's Kitchen, which was right next to where we were living. Really, yeah.
Yeah, Carolina's Kitchen was the shot.
But not as good as Hank's.
Hank's was another good date, though.
So UTC was like, there was a mall. Like, it was literally the train station, the mall, a grocery store, a Red Lobster, a movie theater, and in front of the movie theater, it was like Carolina's Kitchen and Hank's. So Carolina's Kitchen was right here, and our apartment was right here, and then there was Hank's. which had a to die for calamari Caesar that we've told you about in my first video, and Oreo cheesecake. So we should, if I ever go back to DC, because I've not gone back since transferring. If Hanks is still there, and or Carolina's Kitchen.
Yeah, that's a fun part of town to be in, just to be visiting too.
Yeah.
Cool.
What was your first impression of me?
So this is my classic story about Maya, because the first impression was like, I don't even know this person, but her energy like a little vortex. Like she got the bubbles, like a seltzer. Like.
And I love sparkly things, so
yeah, for sure. So as soon as
sparkling water, soda, I'm into it.
As soon as you get about 5 feet away from her, you like automatically like sucked into the vortex. But I mean, it was deeper than that, because it was a genuine side to you that was like very easy to discover. You know what I mean? It was like, I know this person is genuine. I just know it. I don't have to guess about it. So yeah.
My first impression of you, well, he would come over all the time, and I would be like, wow, like Manny's friend's a little cutie, but like whatever, like, oh, he's a little cutie. And I'm a flirt, so me saying like, where's my boyfriend at, shouldn't have been anything, but thanks to Manny being like so jazzed, it was something. So I think it was that, but I thought like, wow, he's a little cutie, like where's he today, like, and at the time he was living really, really far, and Manny and Kendra, I think, like not paying attention, they would go to bed, and sometimes he would sleep on the couch, and they would like lock the door, and the bathrooms were only in the rooms. As I said, I have so many siblings that I was like, if you ever need to use the bathroom, like, I will not wake up. Like, you're good. And so I was just naturally, like, friendly, but then he was friendly back, and then we were flirty, that it would just...
Yeah. It blossomed into
very quickly.
Us hitting it off.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, yeah.
But I thought, like, Manny's friend's a little cutie. And he looked so different back then. Like, he had, like, short hair... And he'd always, you still always wear hats, but they do not look the same now that your hair is huge. They're like his hat and, like, really, like,
What's that?
You were feeling yourself.
I'm just me.
Okay, when did you meet my family?
Yo, that's a funny story, dog. Yo, so she hates me for this family situation of my first time meeting
this
her
caused
dad.
Like our breakup.
But look, speaking of hair, I'm from Philly. Like, haircuts is a big deal for black men in Philly. Like, we got actual relationships with our barbers. She got the second proposal. Like, I was literally married to my barber for at least 10 years.
Oh, guys, this is Monty, our baby.
What's up, Monty?
Montel Jordan, because my favorite song is This Is How We Do It. But, yes.
But, like she said, I lived far, for one, and I had scheduled an appointment with my barber who was leaving town that weekend, right? So.
But pause. Side note, this also happened to be the week I was transferring from Howard to Fordham. So I was moving states. We had not defined the relationship, but like, he was my boyfriend. He wouldn't say he was my boyfriend, but he was my boyfriend. But now he's admitted that he was my boyfriend.
By her definition.
Yes, by my definition, yes, yeah, absolutely.
That's okay. I'm willing to admit that.
But we hadn't defined the relationship, and I was literally transferring schools. So this is like a week, make it or break it week. I'm going to another school in another state. So now go back to the... I was transferring, and my brother was also transferring. So my dad, my brother and sister's mom, and my sister all came from LA so that we could drive a U-Haul from DC to New York.
All right. So... as I said, y'all getting all of that backstory. Y'all hear the mindset that I was in, right? She's not my girlfriend.
But I am his girlfriend.
We hanging out heavy, hard.
We were living together, okay? Every day, every night.
So, yeah, that qualified me as her man. Long story short, I had this appointment, and I was not going to be able to get a cut again until the barber came back. I wasn't going to be able to, like, reschedule it before that weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, get the haircut and then make my way over. And it just ran long. Like, it ran really long.
And we're at an Indian restaurant, which is my least favorite food in the world, in Silver Spring, it's supposed to be my family's first time meeting him, and he is 2 hours late, 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah,
And I'm not late. I'm not a late person. I'm a stickler for time. At most, I'm 10 minutes late. Like, so I'm not a late person. It's his first time meeting my family, and I told him, I was like, I know my dad's like a black dad, but he's not that type of black dad. Like, he's not gonna notice your lineup. Like, he's a white mom. It's not the same thing. Okay, he's like, no, I need my haircut. I need my haircut.
Well, yeah, that was important to me at that time, and yeah.
So he was.
I stayed for my appointed and scheduled barber appointment, and ended up being like 2 hours late. But
I had steam coming out of my ear.
I don't know. She was the only one upset.
The rest of my family knows how I am. So my brother and sister's mom was like, "Calm down. It's okay. Like, take a breath." And I'm like,
it was terrible though. I'm sure it was terrible. By the time I got there, the food was cold as hell. So yeah, that was drawing. But I mean, that's water under a bridge now.
Yes, they love him. This is the thing. They love him. He fits in well. Not only do they like him, but he's great friends with my brothers. Like, it's all gravy. Totally fine. But that first time,
that one was funny.
And for him, I actually have not met that much of your family. I only went to Philly one time for like a weekend. I literally was there for 2 days. So I met like his uncle, his aunt, his cousin. Saw his sister wave from the car, but like haven't really met anyone like that. But we obviously, like, I know them. We FaceTime, we talk on the phone. Like, they have my number, all that. So in 2 weeks is my first time really.
It's gonna be the first time us actually being around each other for an extended period of time.
Meeting the family, and it's the first time he's gonna be meeting a lot of my extended family, because my mom's family is from Canada, my dad's family is from France and the Bay, and so this Christmas, New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve is all of our families together for the first time. So yeah, okay. Who said I love you first? Oh, me. Hands down, me. Within like a month of us hanging out, I was like, I'm in love with this dude. It's good. And one of my girlfriends literally was like, I know you like him a lot, and I know you have no reason to be like suspicious, but just like calm down. Because I'm boy crazy, but I've never liked a boy like that. Like, you know? But like, and he was still playing games like, you're not my girlfriend, but you're my girlfriend. Like, I don't live here, but I live here. Like, but it definitely was me. It definitely was me. Yeah. Like maybe a month in.
For sure. I remember.
Oh, like you went out with your friends, and I was waiting on you, and I got so upset because you were taking forever to come home, and then you came home, and you're like, why are you so upset? And I was like, because I love you. Like, yeah.
No. Actually, the first time you told me you love me, you said it in French. And I didn't know what it meant.
Okay, so that was like a loophole?
Yeah. And so...
And this is the thing. I have never done this with a boy.
You said it, and I didn't know what it meant. I asked you what it meant, and then you said it means I love you in French. I love you. Like, you said that, and I was like...
This is the thing. I've always had a boo. I've always had a boy toy something, but I'm usually mean to boys. I'm like not into them like that. Like, I'm usually the one being chased or whatever. I don't know what it was about Tez. I was like,
I know what it was.
This is it. It's well, because this is the thing. He is.
Honk, honk.
As we've grown older together, I know what it is. No, not only that, but like, he's like a little hood, a little rough, but smart and a gentleman. But like, you know, like all the best things. So I was like, wow, like, okay, like you were annoying, but that's it. You know, everything else was great. So I just knew it. I felt it. I knew it.
Here we are.
Okay, what's a weird, like, what's our weird habit? Like, what's a weird habit we both have? Oh, I know. I have terrible allergies. Like, awful, terrible. And so I do this thing where I snort. And my family hates it. My mom used to be like, you'll never find a boyfriend, whatever. He does it too. And one time he did it, and my brother goes, did Maya teach you that? And he's like, no, I've been doing it forever. And my brother was like, you two are meant for each other. So we both have life, and we're snorters. So that's
crazy.
Our...
That is wild. We are not snorters in that way. Please do not take that like she just said it. That is, I do not do cocaine.
No.
We're not snorters, okay, guys?
No, I didn't mean like that. Never. Okay, I'm woo. How long have we been together?
Officially or just just in our shenanigans. Because we've been on our shenanigans for about
Monty,
8 years,
could you
9
be quiet?
years almost.
Shh. Sorry, guys. Monty's deciding to rip his toy apart.
Yeah, almost 9 years. It'll be 9 years next year in like February, where we've been in our shenanigans.
Yeah, so we met my sophomore year and started talking that spring semester. We were together all day, every day. Like, you know how when you go to camp and you're with someone every day for 3 weeks and you're like, this is my best friend. It was like that.
Yeah.
So the time we were together was only from like literally February to August. And for a month and a half, I was in Malawi over the summer. But we were like talking and, you know, like obviously in touch. And then after he was late, we fought that whole week in the U-Haul while we were driving to New York. I turned to my sister and I said, the moment we cross state lines, I'm done with him. She was like, oh my God. So I just cold turkey. So he'd reach out every once in a while and be like, and Manny would be like, Tez misses you so much. He loves you so much. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. Like, and so at Fordham, Manny came up one weekend to visit me. I don't even remember what month this was. I know it was cold, so like winter. And so Manny was like driving up from Philly, because they're all from Philly. Manny, Kendra, Tez, they're all from Philly, by the way. And so he's like, okay, we're downstairs. And I'm like, did he surprise me with Kendra? I go downstairs and it's...
Hi.
Mind you, I've not talked to him in like months, and I said I was done with him to my sister, but I'm not the one to make a big deal. I didn't tell him that, you know.
Of course she did.
So we went to dinner, me, Tez, Manny, and my brother Michaelo, who had transferred from Georgetown to Columbia and came over all the time, like, is the fourth, you know, he's always with us. And so the waiter was like, oh, do you guys want separate or together checks? And he was like, we're together. I was like, okay. And then on the walk back, we saw this, like, little bakery, and it had an Oreo cheesecake, which we loved from Hankson's. He was like, do you want this Oreo cheesecake? And then he was so sweet that, like, we started talking again. And so then we were just, like, hanging out, but he was in Philly and I was in New York. And then I moved home to LA after I graduated, and he would come and visit me. And my friends would be like, oh, well, what about Tez? And I was like, yeah, Tez is great, like, the best, but I don't want to do long distance. Like, you know, at that point, he was essentially, like, not the one who got away because we were still hanging out, but, like, you know. And in 2017, when I became an AKA, he came out for it, and he was basically like, you're my girlfriend, we're going to be together, I'm moving here. And I was like, well, okay. And then he moved here in 2018. Yeah, because it took forever. He has so much stuff with work. It was like, but we were, so from 2017 in June when he came to visit, we were officially together, even though he didn't move out here until 2018, right? But yeah, so that's how long we've been together. It's now 2021 and we're getting married on New Year's Eve, so 9 years. But like,
yeesh.
How many, 2017 to now is how many years? 4? So 9 years all together, but 4 like, solid, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, and like 3.5 years living together, and also when we lived together in the beginning, but that wasn't official, but like, he had an apartment, and he never even furnished it. He didn't even have a bed, so we lived together. What was our first road trip? That trip. When I became an AKA, I joined the chapter in Torrance,
Sacramento.
but I was doing a fellowship in Sacramento at the State Senate, so we drove from LA to Sacramento, and then he flew out of Sacramento. So he came to LA for the weekend and then stayed the week with me in Sacramento with me and Monty, and then he flew out. Well, and that's also a funny story, because this is, in my mind, this is Tez. Now he's Montez, but he was introduced as Tez. Everyone called him Tez. Like, his name in college was Tez. So it doesn't even occur to me, now it does, but at the time it didn't even occur to me that his name was Montez, because, like, no one ever called him that. I named Monty Montel Jordan because everyone in my family is an M name. And when I named him that, Manny was like, oh, you named him that after his dad? And we weren't dating officially at the time. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, shut up. And he was like, Montel, Montez. And I was like, so my 2 months, senior and junior. So unexpectedly, it shouldn't have been like that. But yeah, our trip to Sacramento was our first road trip together. But our other road trip, if we're not really counting that. No, it was good. It was smooth. I mean, he drove the whole way. And I had done the 6-hour drive at that point every other weekend for months by myself with just Monty. So I like knew the drive, was tired of the drive, sick of the drive. So he did it, and I thought, this is the man, okay?
The little things.
And then our other road trip is when we went to Vegas for your birthday. I guess that would be like a but that would be our other first.
Yeah,
first.
That's first, because San Diego was
Yeah, and Big Bear, but those are not, Okay. First thing you noticed about me.
You want the you want the perverted answer or the...
Give both.
Okay, so the first thing I noticed about you was your hair. I love your hair.
Okay, I got the hang time.
But that's because that's always been a thing for me. I love women who wear their natural hair, whether it's long or short. But I love women who wear their natural hair and keep it, take care of it. You definitely always took care of your hair, so I noticed that first visually. But your thighs. Yep. Thigh guy here.
I think for me it's your smile.
Thigh guy.
Because you always have like a little like smirky smile, and like when you would come over you'd be like, hey, like, a little like, what's up, girl? I'm like, oh, okay, let me go back to my room, but I see you. So your smile I think is definitely okay. What am I not good at?
Chilling the fuck out. You ain't got no chill button. Nah, I mean, you're definitely not good at things involving hand-eye coordination.
I'm not athletic. Like, I have no hand-eye coordination. It's my mom is a big sports person, huge. My dad not so much, but my mom tried to get us to be in soccer and run track and do this and that, and I suck at any sport but kickball. And kickball, I'm not good at it. I'm just a strong kicker, so at least I can kick it and run. But everything else, I would say you're not good at talking at a normal volume. He whispers like you would not believe. I have just accepted the fact that for the next 75 years of my life, I'm going to say, what? Huh? Like, sometimes I have to say it 6 times, and at a certain point, I don't care.
Sometimes you just got to confess that your hearing is bad.
It's, no. He'll be like, so, yeah, I'm like, what? The water's running, I'm washing my hands, I'm doing something else. I'm like, are you talking to me? Like, he whispers. I promise. I'm gonna find him whispering, and I will insert a clip, because I guarantee you, within the next 24 hours, the next time we talk, he's gonna whisper. This is the loudest he's ever been.
Sure.
Unless he's debating, which he loves, then he's loud. Otherwise,
it's the loudest
it's a whisper. What am I good at? Everything.
A lot of stuff. A lot. But you really are good. Like, you're I think, most positive quality, the thing that you are the best at, is giving people a sense of security.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Seriously. Which is a very dope quality, because you the type of person that could be in an environment where something's going fucked up and somebody might not want to like tell people in that environment, but they see you and they will confide in you like a stranger. That's a good energy to have. So yeah, I think that's your most positive quality.
You have so many too. Like, I'm like, he's a great cook.
But that's the very unique one.
He's a this, he's that. I will say one of which you're the best. The thing you're the best at is just appropriately going with the flow.
Right.
I am, as he said, I don't know how to chill out. I'm so high strung. And so he's the perfect yin to my yin, where he's like, babe, it's cool. Like, we'll get there when we get there. We'll figure it out. Like, I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to do this and that? Whatever's like, he's just so, whereas I'm, that I think that's one thing that like really, you're also very musically talented. When I sent Victoria that video of you doing karaoke, she's like, he can sing too? I'm like, yeah, and I do not have that gene, okay? I wish. Let me tell you, if I could sing, I would never stop, but, your favorite feature about me?
Favorite feature?
Feature.
You gonna laugh, but I love your cheeks, babe. I do. I love your little cheekies.
My little chipmunk
cheeks. Yeah, they're
cheeks.
kissable. Yeah. I like your cheeks. I like your skin. Not to be like.
He wants to wear it.
Complexionist, but I love your complexion.
Oh, thanks. Okay, my favorite thing. I don't want to say your smile because that's what I said. I noticed about you first.
Right.
I think it's your cheekbones. You don't have cheeks like me, but like he's just such a strong face. And I feel like as you get older, it's gonna get even better. You know, like. So yeah, I think your cheekbones and your like jaw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crimson gin. No.
What do we argue about the most?
My moods, probably. I think
I'm a big talker. He's not as much of a talker, so I'm always like, "Tell me what's going on." This and that. It's like nothing. I'm like, "No, I know it's something." So
yeah, I can't say that I grew up. I kind of did though. Like I'm from Philly, so Philly. A lot of people savage, but the issue is we don't talk about our feelings and stuff like that. So I grew up in a household where we didn't really talk about stuff. Like if you was mad, you was just mad. Like you didn't tell your parents you
soon
was mad,
to be Mrs. Boxy.
even if it was at them. You know what I'm saying? So.
Whereas I grew up in a house where we talk about any and everything, but never the most important things. It's a whole lot of talking about nothing, but we talk about everything. So, yeah, I would say that's what we argue about the most.
Yeah, my mom.
Or when you say, "It's your world, I'm just living in it."
She takes so many statements that I say literal, when that's just like a...
But he says it whenever I'm like, "Hey, babe, do you want to do this or this or this and this?" And he's like, "Whatever, it's your world, I'm just living in it." I'm like, that.
That's not how it comes off. That's how your emotional standpoint perceives
That's
it.
how I feel it. Do I have any weird obsessions?
Hell to the yeah.
I wonder what it is.
I can't call it weird because I guess a lot of women have it. But your handbag obsession is kind of crazy.
That's what you were gonna say? I thought you were gonna say leopard print.
Now that one is all women. A lot of women enjoy leopard
yes,
print,
but
though.
women like leopard print. It is my
No, it's your handbags.
lifestyle.
Your handbags, because you have like
handbag collection coming soon.
A lot, and you want more, and more, and more, and it's like, where are we gonna put them?
We will find the space. Your weird obsession. Not a weird obsession, but when you find an album you like, you play it out. Oh my, I could sing every word of every song. Like when Sir, that album, or like Masego, or just any, like when he likes...
Chasing Summer is a fire album.
But no.
And it's a vibe, and it's a great vibe.
But this is the thing. He's one of those people, he will listen to an album from start to finish, whereas I'm like a playlist person. And so he will play it. It's always the same order. I can literally in my mind from just his music.
And so I like albums that you don't have to skip.
And he'll really like...
If I don't gotta skip your songs, then I'm gonna just loop your shit. And then you will get played
My
out.
dad does
I'm gonna
that
know
too.
All
like if
the
my
lyrics
dad likes an
all
album,
your records,
he will...
and I'm never gonna go to your concerts. But I'm gonna sing your songs like word for word. But, unless I get tickets free. No, I'm playing.
Okay, nicknames for each other. We call each other Babe Baby. I call him my honey sometimes. Mr. Montez.
Yeah, Yizzle. I used to call her Pants on Fire. She hated that.
As you said, yeah, Yizzle, I said, good. He didn't say the other one. And then you said it, I said, literally when we first started, at one point, like, my photo in his phone, still trash, but it was like, Pants on Fire, it was like, okay.
She hates that.
What is my favorite restaurant?
Benihana, all day. Yeah,
Woo!
We know that.
What's your favorite restaurant? I've never been to. Have I been? Is it? What was it called? They go in Creed.
It's my favorite cheesesteak spot in Philly.
What's it called again?
Max's.
What is your favorite restaurant?
Max's is pretty bomb.
Of all time, because Benihana is my favorite restaurant of all time, forever of life. But that's what I'm
There's-
thinking. I'm trying to think of like your top, and I'm like,
There's this
he
restaurant.
eats anything. I'm not picky, but I'm picky. Whereas he will. You put it in front of him, anything but sushi. I mean, and he'll eat sushi. He just doesn't like raw fish.
Fuck no. But there's this restaurant chain, kind of, in Philly. I don't know whether it's just in Philly, but it's this spot called Nifty 50s.
Like a burger joint?
It's a burger
like
spot.
Sonic?
Like Sonic.
Oh, you said Nifty 50s and I knew it.
And they dress like it's the 50s and whatnot, and they give you these dope milkshakes and burgers and fries.
Was it not in an episode of Cold Case?
Maybe. I don't know.
What's your favorite restaurant in LA?
In LA?
Or like that we've been to together, so that I know the answer for next time because you'll eat anything, so.
My favorite restaurant. You know, it's kind of effed up. The fact that we don't really go get to sit down so much because of the pandemic.
True.
All the restaurants that we've been to are like classics. So they're
Pita
not, like,
Cafe?
favorites. Nah, but like P.F. Chang. Like, I like P.F. Chang.
And
we go to P.F.
we
Chang.
go to P.F. Chang's
You know, but I
frequently.
I like it, but it's not like, I can't say it's my
Your favorite.
It's just Chinese food, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty damn bomb, though. Shout out
Yeah.
to P.F. Chang. Aside from that, I don't know. I feel like I've had the best food at, like, what's the one spot we go to that sit down and dine-in restaurant that sells the breakfast? You, me, and your mom, we went last. I think Mandela might have came with us after or met us there.
What neighborhood? Toast?
Not is it Toast?
Apple Pan? Not Apple Pan.
The other spot. It's a breakfast spot. We've gone to it a couple times.
With Mama Mandela?
Not both times with Mom, but
Where?
me and you went. Me, you, and your mom went. One time we sat outside instead of sitting inside. It's a popular joint that we go to usually. I think it's in like going towards Beverly Hills. And going towards that area.
I have no clue what restaurant he's talking about. If I figure it out before Sunday, I will put
It's
the
on
name
a strip.
here.
It's on a strip. It's near like 21 Beach, like near Hollywood.
26
probably.
Beach?
26 Beach, whatever it's called.
Is it near there?
It's near 26 Beach, but it's like down the street. And it's breakfast. And we've gone
What did we get?
a couple of times. You get the eggs Benedict thing. Like one time you got the salmon eggs Benedict or salmon something, croquettes, whatever. It was salmon though. I know you got salmon.
I'm not a breakfast
This
person,
spot-
so he's not clearing it up.
But we've only been like 3 times. But the food's always good there. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Insert name here. Let's phone my mother. We'll phone a friend
It's
off
a
camera.
breakfast spot. There's like awnings on the outside. It goes around, and you know, like there's people. Like they wait in lines for this spot.
You're telling me
like,
it's not
low-key.
Toast?
Might be Toast. It's Toast.
Toast is where we go with Manny off of 3rd Street, and I get the huevos rancheros.
Yeah. Is it Toast? Is that what it is?
And
Is
Manny
that
was
spot
super
called
late.
Toast?
Okay, and one time Mandela was late, and your friend Ike was talking about Mandela being late. Is that where we were?
I wasn't there for that. That was when.
But
Manny
is that
and Ike
the
came out here.
same?
I don't know where y'all went. Like I don't know where y'all went.
Complete this sentence.
Maybe
Last
so.
question. Complete the sentence.
That was
You're
wrong.
my.
Baby. Inspiration. You inspired me to be a bomb ass dude. Like you like are the inspiration for me to want to set an example for other niggas and how to treat they woman. Yeah. That's what you is. You the example of what getting treated as well as I could possibly treat you. That's what I want to do. But that's what you are. You are that motivation, that inspiration,
You're my... I'm just going to be generic because it's so true, and I never thought it could be true, but now it's so true. Best friend. You know, I always thought, I would never have a boy be my best friend. My boyfriend would never. Like, what? Whereas now, like... Okay, I get it. Yeah. So, favorite person to be with, spend time with, do anything. Even things I don't want to do are better with Tez. Things I want to do, better with Tez. Everything is better with Tez. Except for girl time. But everything else is better with Tez. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Any last words to the vlog?
Thank you.
Well, it's not a vlog. This is sit down. But any last words to the people?
Any last words to the people?
Any other questions you want to
Good luck.
ask? Those were the questions we have. Are there any other questions you want to ask?
Nah, I mean, we could do another one of these. This was fun.
Yeah. Next time we'll do like a couples quiz, like
Yeah.
try and answer things like guess. Whereas this is more like get to know us, so that you know enough about us to get why next time is funny. You know.
Yeah.
So. Thanks for watching. That's
Yeah. I appreciate y'all supporting.
Okay, I have one more question.
Yeah, yes.
What is the one thing you're most looking forward to when we're married? In 29 days.
The one thing that I'm most looking forward to is our children growing up, because I'm dope as fuck, she dope as fuck. So if we make some dope ass kid, yo, that's gonna be so like.
I think one of them is gonna be a little
next
nerdy
wave.
though. I can't imagine both being like
I can't.
cool.
I could not imagine them being anything else but like fire as shit. So I'm gonna be so let down if they're lame. I'm gonna be so let down if I have lame ass kids.
If you guys see
I
this
don't think that's
15
possible,
years from
but
now, your
what?
dad does not mean it. He loves you, okay?
Yo, if y'all lame, stay out my room. Stay away from me. No, but I love you still the same, but you lame.
Okay, the one thing I am most looking forward to is, I think experiencing you at new ages. Cause,
I don't think I'm about to change.
but you know, like you grow every year. You're different every year, and
yeah.
I loved you then. I loved you in the middle. I love you now, and it only gets bigger and bigger. So I'm really excited for like Billy Baker, cool dad Tez. You know, like yeah, I yell from the high sidelines while I coach my son's like flag football team, like that type of day, or like like vacation 6-year-old we're retired Tez. You know, like that.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
But also, in like immediately, what I'm excited for is not having to plan a wedding.
Yeah.
Woo! And then also just like, obviously we're together and committed, but like when you have a husband, like that's a husband, you know, like. I also feel like it's a great excuse for things if I don't want to go. Like Monty's a great excuse, like, oh, I can't go, Monty, or like, oh, I gotta leave early, Monty. Whereas now I can be like, oh, my husband needs my help. My like.
Let's play the blame game.
Because he's social, but he's not social, and I'm social, but I'm not social, but in two different ways. So if I said, oh, Tez doesn't want to, like, people would be like, yeah, that seems like Tez.
Yeah, she blamed too much on me. They'd be like, that nigga don't leave the house. I don't.
Really, I don't want to, but he hasn't. He does. I don't want to, and he feels no reason to. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I have plenty of places to go and do, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like crowds, and so with COVID, I'm a little.
Yeah.
Like I go out and I do things, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't have gone to the club to begin with if life were normal. But now, you're not seeing me in the club. So.
Not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, that was our video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please make sure to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications. LOL, who am I, a YouTuber? Tune in for the next video. And if you guys liked this video, you guys wanted to do another one, like, leave suggestions for videos we should do. So far, I've only done vlogs, so I wanted to do some, like, different style content. So, like, let me know what you guys want to see, because...
We can have a dance battle. I'm gonna win. See? I told you. I'm gonna win. I ain't even got a rebut to that one. That movie was terrible.
But, yeah, so thank you guys so much. We hope you enjoyed. Thanks for doing this, babe.
Of course.
Bye, guys. Stay tuned. Tune in next week for our next video.